National Hurricane Center Ken Graham is joining us again this morning from Miami to talk more about how this storm is developing in the path. So we'll start with that. Ken, give us the latest on the path of the storm.
Absolutely, Anne-Marie. The latest is moving north-northwest at 8 miles an hour, so getting a little faster with time. And here's what's going to happen next. We're getting so close to the coast tomorrow and Friday, right along the Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina coast. So as a result, we're going to see some of that storm surge, the rain, the water becoming very dangerous, as well as some of those winds reaching the shore. So
the biggest concern for Florida, at least the parts of Florida affected, will be storm surge and probably rain?
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at some of these, the rainfall, you look at this, we have a moderate risk of some of that heavy rain, but to actually really zoom in here to what we can expect, Florida is still getting some of that rain, but look at these values on the Carolina coast, South Carolina portions, 10 to 15 inches of rain, and that even stretches up into North Carolina, 6 to 10, 10 to 15. So we're going to watch the rainfall and also the storm surge.
So what about Georgia? Because evacuation orders are still in place for some parts of Georgia. What sort of storm will they be seeing by the time it makes its way towards them?
Yeah, so the center's going to be off coast, but I think what we have is a situation you got to watch some of that storm surge. So it's even though the center's off the coast, look at these values, Anne-Marie. I mean, off the Georgia coast, 3 to 5 foot in some areas, and it stretches inland, very susceptible to storm surge. It's not just those barrier islands; it can stretch inland as well, and that goes through the Carolinas as well. 4 to 7, 5 to 8 in some areas, and look all the way up here, places that got storm surge back in Hurricane Florence, and not as bad as that, but still 4 to 6 feet in some areas. And notice it's not just the coast, it stretches inland as well.
Right, so for North and South Carolina, same thing, storm surge.
Absolutely. We've got to watch the water. 90% of fatalities in tropical systems is the water.
Very good point. So Dorian is expected to weaken over the next few days. How long will the storm continue to be a threat, though?
I'll tell you, the rest of the week, look at this. I mean, it's just, you really look at the track from a time standpoint. So this is 2 a.m. Thursday off the South Carolina coast, close to Georgia as well. 2 a.m. Friday, and it's going to be Saturday by the time we get this hurricane on out of here.
Yikes. Well, the storm is unusual because of just how long it stayed over the Bahamas. It, was there for like 2 days, I think. Can we expect more storms like this in the future?
I'll tell you, we've seen them in the past. We continue to see them, and it really is about the preparedness and the steering currents. I mean, we remember Florence last year stalling over the Carolinas. They sometimes stall, all depending on the steering currents as well, but it is rare to have a storm that strong to stall that long.
Geez, well, thank you so much. We always appreciate you taking the time out because we know how busy you are, Ken. Thank you.
You bet.